Okay, hi everybody. Somebody asked a question for today's call. We just came off a seminar who was so great, by the way, on soul confidence and self-expression. And so we jumped onto this call. We know somebody asked a question, but we can't find it. You can't find it, Abby?
I've looked everywhere I can think of looking, and I cannot find it. If it's you who asked a question, will you maybe post it beneath this video so that we can answer you?
Did you look on Facebook?
Yes, I'm currently looking.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Sorry, everyone.
All right, what are we going to talk about? Is there anybody watching that can ask a question?
Hi, everyone. If you're here with us live, do you have any questions? We're very happy to talk about anything you want. We came right off a seminar today, and this is a new time for us. So we're
right. I know I have got something we can talk about.
Great.
So everybody has a human. We are not your human, we have a human. And I like when I like my human. I don't like when my human doesn't like my human. So my soul, me as a soul always like my human, but my human sometimes doesn't like who my human is being. I mean, we are talking in a weirder way than ever.
It's true. We're going for it today.
Yeah. So let's say it again. There are sometimes where my human doesn't like who my human is being. Okay. So
we might say that, like, I don't like myself, or even I don't like my thoughts. It is in that world.
Or I don't like what I just said, or I don't like what I just said to that person. I feel guilty, pain, shame. I don't like the thought I just had about somebody. I don't like gossiping. I don't like all this side of my human. If I don't watch it, lying, you know, like.
Right. Why did I just say that? Why did I do that?
I didn't need to exaggerate that story, you know, all that, right?
Yeah, totally.
So we were talking a little bit about that in the seminar on self-confidence, but just as a human, I have a trick to keep loving my human. So another way to say it is, how do I keep my human straight?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. The first step is to know that if my human doesn't act in total alignment with my soul, which is pure love, right? Then I will suffer greatly.
Immensely.
And the more awake I get, the more insufferable it becomes to be ashamed and guilty.
I was just going to literally say the same thing. The more aligned I get, the worse the misalignment feels. It just is horrible.
You know, like the other day I was walking in the street and there was this woman, she was so weird dressed. And I had a thought, say, doesn't she look at herself before she goes out? And that thought was so ugly and so unloving for me, it might not be for other people, that I literally felt sick. That I could judge or have such an unloving thought about someone, right? So here is what I do is, what would love, capital L, think right now, do right now, say right now, and feel? I consider all of us divine sacred being. All of us, and I mean all of us. So what would this sacred divine love act, think, and do right now.
Mm.
And that keeps me straight most of the time.
And
Yep.
what I love about that too, again, it's the more I awaken, those of us, which many of us who have grown up in a religious context might think, oh, what would love do right now? It's the nicest thing. It's the most.
That's your thing, Abby.
That's why I'm saying there might be others on the call, maybe, whose mind says, oh, maybe the most loving thing is to be the nicest. And why do I know that? Because that's what my ego does. I'm just saying it. It's important. I think the closer you get to who you really are, the more you experience your soul, the more vast love feels, the more faces love has, the more powerful the expression of love can be. And so I'm just saying that because I have often confused being loving with that nice version of my ego.
Yeah. No, holding somebody to account when it is needed, holding a mirror to somebody that is in denial, telling somebody they're killing themselves by drugs or alcohol, telling somebody that their couple is heading straight to a wall with a train going full speed if they don't start to communicate. All that is caring enough for people to say, wake up.
Mm.
So yes, most people have such a weird idea about love.
Certainly. I certainly did. Yep. Yeah.
Love is truly to fulfill on the game of life, which is to remember who you really are. So if you support people in their purpose to remember who they really are, this sacred, divine, beautiful love, that's love expressed.
Mm.
That's it. We did well. We did well. That is what love is to give everything you can for a human being to remember who they really are. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's pleasant, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's easy, and sometimes it's hard.
Mm. Right.
But that's what love is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
It's
Yes, it
giving everything you have, soul, body, heart, for someone to have the space to remember who they really are. That is true love. I mean, that is love. Yeah. Because then they can win the game of being incarnated, the game of life. Yep.
It's so beautiful.
So that's our little piece of wisdom for today, Abby.
Yes, I think that's beautiful. Let me check and see if we have comments. I know we had some people with us here.
Or that's whoever asked a question asked it again.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Jessica, if you are here, this is the live call that we do on Mondays. This is not the seminar. The seminar was before this. So I sent you an email, and if you have more questions, just reach out to me. I'll support you. Let's see. Dhruv says, I have a couple of random questions. Okay, so we'll see if these fit for now. And if not, then we'll do them next week, right, Sophie? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have, would be grateful if you could discuss them. Why do we continue to fall prey to our carnal desires, even when they don't serve us in the long run? And
okay, I can answer that.
Okay, great.
Because you need to remember who you really are. Because there is, if you blame yourself for your carnal carnal desires are one of the gifts of being alive, right? Mm-hmm. But like every pleasure or the seeking of pleasure has limits. If you go beyond those limits, you will go into suffering. Mm. So it's all designed to awaken. That's it. You have to know the difference between pleasure, happiness, and joy. And if you go beyond a certain limit in pleasure, like for example, eating chocolate, if you go too much, you'll get to be too fat. Happiness, if you seek happiness by outside circumstances over a certain limit, and your life becomes about that, you'll fall into suffering.
Mm.
And it's only by learning those limits that you will access joy, which is forever. All right, and what's the other question? Well, that was off the cuff.
That was beautiful. Thank you. And thank you for the question. That was a beautiful question. Oh, I know, Jessica. Oh, it's such a bummer. Just reach out if you want to talk about it and if you need support finding it. And the second question is, why do some people fail continuously in life despite trying so hard?
Because they're not learning the lesson that is given to them. So I live life in a way where I'm guided constantly. I am spoken to constantly by my guides, my soul. My human is totally guided, totally protected. And there is a lot of messages. If I ignore those messages, it will end up hitting me on the head. So until you learn whatever there is to learn in the constant failure, you will repeat the same pattern. Life has a way to serve you the same thing over and over and over again until you learn what there is to learn.
Mm. That's beautiful. Thank you, Sophie. I think that that's all the questions. Hold on, everyone. It's good. We're going to make a noise here because I'm just, okay. Checking the.
All right, well, that was a very strange call, everybody.
that's
Totally discombobulated, but next time we'll do the call a little bit later so that I have time to just get present after the seminar, because the seminar was so profound.
It really
so
was.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was
Even
so.
I am in another space. Hey,
actually, can I?
Yeah.
Just quickly, I'm telling you, this seminar is so profound. They all are, but we were all like, I could feel everyone like, we could have had a whole other hour after it ended. We were like wanting more. So if you're not in it, you can still register and watch the first session. There's still 3 more. I promise.
Yes, but don't register and not watch the first session. Otherwise you will get lost. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Watch the first session. It was deeply profound. We're all going to watch it again, I think, because it was so profound. I will watch it again for sure.
All right, everybody, we love you. Sorry for a bit of a discombobulated, I can't say that word, yes. Call, but anyway, you should have some tidbits of wisdom in there. We love you.
Love you,
See
everyone.
you next week.
Bye, everybody.